Hi guys, and welcome back to one of my vlogs. I realise it's been a long time since I last done a vlog, so I thought I'd get one out. It may appear to you guys that there's not a lot of content coming onto YouTube from me, but there's actually a lot going on behind the scenes, so that's what we're going to show you in this video. So let's get straight into it. As you can see, I've bought my first plane. For years and years I've been flying multi-rotors, and I've watched these guys flying around in their planes getting very long flight times and going to extreme heights and distances. I thought it's about time I had a go. So as you can see, I've been putting together my first plane, which is the Bix 3. Now it used to be called the Bixler, but they've shortened it down to Bix 3 now. This is the third generation of the Bixler plane, and it's supposed to be good for a beginner up to intermediate, so that's why I've chosen it. Another great thing about this plane is its expandability. I can add FPV onto this, also flight controllers for return to home, so watch out for this in a future episode. Recently I've been out flying with the Baby Bee 180 and also its bigger brother, the Killer Bee. The Killer Bee is spinning 6x4-5 props on there and is an absolute beast for acro and shooting up into the sky. I really want to get out with these two machines and do as much flying as possible before the weather really starts to get bad, but unfortunately I can't drive because of my leg, so I have to rely on other people at the moment. Not that I could anyway, even if my leg was fine, because my car's been towed away to the garage and is pretty sick. Something else that is new and actually arrived yesterday is the new Fug props from Fug Frames. Now Fug Frames are a multi-rotor specialist based in the south of the UK, and they actually specialise in small 250 size quads, cut out in carbon fibre and using 3D printed parts. Recently they've started casting their own propellers, and as you can see I've got a full bunch of sets here to try out. These are the 4045 bullnose. Now despite the extra pitch I'm still getting pretty decent flight times, so I'm going to head out and we're going to test these in the real world. Now that crash was totally my mistake, I just didn't throttle up enough after the descent. So as you can see I made a few alterations because I wanted to try out the GoPro Session on top. Now because this is a Q camera it's very hard to strap down, but I've managed to use a couple of zip ties to hold it in. The props seem to be performing pretty well. I do feel a little bit more thrust, but I can also feel a bit more vibration, so they need balancing out. Now unfortunately I did crash and break a prop, and my problem was I forgot to bring my tools to take the props off and swap them around. Had plenty of spare props with me, but nothing to get the nuts off, so that's where this story ends for the 180 at the moment, but I will be going back out and getting used to it even more. Another new thing that I want to talk about today is Immersion RC's new game called Liftoff. Now luckily for me, I'm going to be one of the first people to get this game in its beta form and try it out. And this should be soon, possibly in the next 2 weeks. Now what's really awesome about this game is that it includes real world physics and PID settings, so if you set up your PIDs in the immersion vortex on the game and then set them up exactly the same on your real life immersion vortex, then they should handle exactly the same. Now everybody has their quad set up in different ways, and it's the same in this game. You can choose your different batteries, cameras, antennas, motors and propellers, and possibly even more. As you can see, for added realism you can even get breakup on your screen. And just in case you're wondering, yes, there are multiplayer levels, so you could find yourself in a game with Mr. Steel himself, maybe even Chad or Sharpoo. The maps will also be customizable, so you can set up your own race courses. There'll be many maps to choose from, including the course from the US Drone Nationals. So this is something to look forward to in those cold winter nights. So I'm going to finish off with this nice picture of the Shen drone's Krieger. Now you may notice a little something inside from the TBS, and I do have one on order myself. I already have the Shen drone's Krieger. I'm just going to wait for my little present from TBS before I actually build it, so that will be coming up in the future. So that's all for this vlog video, guys. There's plenty more that I could have included in this, but I'm trying to keep these videos short for now. So that's it. Thanks for sticking around and watching this video, guys. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram or Facebook or even Periscope, as there's a lot of content that I do put on there that you don't normally get to see on YouTube. That's it. See you soon.